you're gonna have people that do you wrong, that make you feel bad, that make you feel neglected, rejected, make you feel like you're nothing. And it's hard to actually forgive them for that. But I'm gonna tell you why you need to forgive them. And I'm not saying you have to tell them that you forgive them. And I'm not saying you have to go up to them and show you like you forgive them. But what I'm saying is if you forgive them in yourself, you're gonna be able to move on in a better way. Because let's say you hold on to a grudge and you hold on to it a lot, that's going to hold you back and make you feel a bit negative at times and make you feel a bit terrible. Of course, you can use it as motivation, but a lot of times we don't move on until we've truly forgiven someone, if that makes sense, and truly forgiven them and ourselves. You don't have to necessarily tell them, but this is what I found in myself. I've had quite a few different experiences this past year where I've had admiration, love, respect for people, and it goes down. Therefore, I'm obviously feeling a bit anger, a bit rejection, a bit annoyed or whatever, feeling like betrayed and all this stuff. But if I don't forgive them for that, I'm going to hold on to that, making myself feel negative and terrible, maybe doing and acting out of a negative light. But if I say, actually, I forgive them for that, even though I'm not necessarily telling them, but I forgive them in myself and I truly forgive them in myself, that's going to allow me to move on better and act more accordingly, if that makes sense. And I just don't want you lot to hold grudges for too long and almost live them grudges day to day and not allow yourself to move on from them things. Sometimes you got to say, shit, it was fucked what they done, but I forgive that. I forgive them and now I can move on. Now it's my life. I can move on and I can do what I need to do to help me. And not many people speak about forgiving people. Not many people here. It's almost like they want to rub it in other people's faces after they've done good or used it to their advantage. And of course you handle it how you want to handle it. And some people got that in them, but I have that in me as well. I'm not going to lie. I do have that in me where I want to, I don't know, what's the word, like show them that they're wrong, if that makes sense. But if I forgive them in myself, I can move on so much more accordingly and move on in such a better light and a real light and something that is allowing me to actually push on and better myself from it instead of holding myself in the negativity from that situation, if it makes sense. If you just tell yourself, I forgive them, feel an element of gratitude for that, I needed that to happen, you can move on so much easier and so much better. And I'm not saying it won't take time to forgive people. Of course it's going to take time, of course. But what I will say is you will be able to move on a lot better and you won't hold on to the same pain and anger and frustration that you hold on to when you say, oh, I forgive them for it, it's okay, now I can move on. You don't have to have them back in your life. You don't have to like speak to them or anything, but what you can do is just use it to yourself and use it in your own mental advantage for you to better yourself. And that's a weird thing. When you start viewing things and use it in an advantage mind state for your life, it has an amazing effect on you and it allows you to get better and allows you to make yourself better. And that's what I want for you lot. I want you lot to move on from these situations and better yourself through these situations, no matter what, because otherwise you're going to hold yourself back, holding that anger, holding that pain and not allow yourself to improve through it. And that's what I don't want. I want you not to forgive them so you can move on. Forgive them so you can move on and forgive them and yourself so you can get better. And that's the overall message in this video. Hope you got a lot of value. Thank you.